Alright guys, what's up? It's Johnny here, and basically I've been sitting at home and I kind of got bored, and my friend gave me his PlayStation 3 that's on custom firmware, and I thought, you know what, I kind of want to modify custom firmware. I want to see if I can create my own custom firmware to my own liking. So what I did was I took Rebug 4.84 DEX and I modified it with XML files and RCO files I found online, and my own XML files and RCO files. I also modified some SPRX files to kind of give it this unique touch. Like, I basically wanted the firmware the way I wanted it, because it's got stuff in it that I don't genuinely understand why it's still in there. For example, like the instruction manual, why does that exist? It's just taking up space on XMB, so I got rid of that. I also modified the XMB wave, the icons, and create my own icons. I took a rebugification theme and modified it to my own liking, and I deleted some fonts that were unnecessary in the Flash and things like that. I did a few little things here and then. Hopefully you guys do like this custom firmware. It's for 4.84 DREX. I could not get it for 4.86 because there's no DREX version for that. So I prefer DEX consoles. So yeah, so basically it's just installed now as I was just yapping on. And this monitor has no sound because it's a gaming monitor. There's no speakers, so you won't hear the startup sound. Give it a second. I'm just gonna kind of move back a little. I'll just kind of tilt it maybe. Give it a bit of time. All right, so you can see it's got a custom XMB, cold boot, everything. You can see custom icon there. This obviously won't be there. You'll have to do that yourself. That's React PSN, you know, in there. But you can see I've modified that. So I'm just gonna turn my controller on. Use it on. Oh, there we go. All right. So when you first time install the custom firmware, you'll see all this stuff. So you'll see, you know, icons spinning around like this. You'll see all this stuff. So first of all, what you'll need to do is you need to head over to I forgot myself. Here we go. In the homebrew section. So you can see this is renamed homebrew, and then you got emulators and all that shit. So you go to package installer. This is just the standard package installer that comes with Rebug standard, and I've got my USB plugged in. You want to install Webman. That's one of the first things you want to do. You want to install Webman. Give it a second, let it install. Or maybe, you know, I'll be better if it's in the camera that way. That's way better. It's just way better that way. You can also see that's red now. That part there is actually red now. And it's installed. And when you install any sort of homebrew, it will be in the homebrew section, and you'll come under PlayStation tools. So I kind of wanted it to be organized. You go right there and you can see that's there. Hold L1, press X, and you can see a custom game boot said loading game. I'm just holding L1 at the moment, just waiting for multiman to reboot. Okay. All right. So it's just rebooted, and you can see again the custom cold boot. All right. So we just go again. Need to turn the controller on, and you can see that's also red. Same with that. Press X, and you'll see you now have Webman there. We're not finished yet. Now what you want to do is you want to go to package installer. You want to go to install packages, PS3 system storage, and you'll see a bunch of packages in there. So what you want to do first of all is you want to install this one, install after Webman 1. Then you want to install the second one, install Webman 2. Now if you press circle, you'll notice that some of the icons here, look, these are red, and these are still spinning, and it just looks all disorganized. So what you want to do is you want to go to themes, hit X, and use that one, rebugification, and now you have every icon normal. That's it. You can also go to PS3 tools, sorry, not PS3 tools, package installer, install packages, PS3 system, install other OS, and you can also install reload. This will just reload the XMB. So you press circle, and now you can see you have boot OS under the homebrew section, and you'll have reload XMB under custom firmwares, and there's a ton of options. Look, ton of options here. So here is where all your game launchers will be. So you'll have like multi-man and things like that. Here's your PSN games. Here you have Webman. Right here you can see it has a custom theme to it. These icons I couldn't change, unfortunately, so that was the issue. Then you have emulators would be in here. So if any emulators that you install will appear here. If you head over to this section, you got PlayStation titles, oh sorry, PlayStation apps. This is where the PlayStation stuff will be installed, so I'll come back to that in a second. So anyway, sorry, my battery just died. So then you have reload XMB, which will reload XMB. Then you got emulators here, PlayStation 3 tools. So any homebrew you install will be in this folder here. And you got the package manager, and then you got boot other OS. Then you've got media. So I merged photo, music, and videos all together. So if you go to the photo section, internally, externally off USB, internally, externally, and then playlists, videos stored internally, videos externally, create new video, video editor and uploader, internet browser, and internet search. Then you got PlayStation Plus, sorry, PlayStation Network, where you've just got PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Store. You can block PSN access straight from there, and things like React PSN patches and things like that will be in this section. And then you finally have the settings at the end, which is the least used. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to install some homebrew, so I'll show you where it appears. Sorry, I'm going to go to package installer. I'm going to install different types of homebrew. Okay, I'm going to install, I don't know, MrJaRnii Pocket. So these emulators are the ones you need to install, because that's the ID that goes in that X section. So I'll install that. Install some other things as well. Just, you know, this, oh, wrong section. We'll install Multiman. So I've got Multiman installed. And we're going to go over to install packages again, and we're going to install one more homebrew. We will install React PSN. Okay, so if I go back now to the start, go to game launchers, there you go, Multiman, right there. If I go to, what was the other one, emulators, you've got the MrJaRnii one. This is my own custom one that I've created with the XMB and things like that. And then if you go to PlayStation apps, you got React PSN. So it's pretty cool in my opinion. This is the way I liked it. A lot of features, you know, useless features removed. So if you go to information here, I'll show you something else. There's a few little icons that I've just added. Just about, how many is it? 1, 2, 5 icons. So you can change the icons. So if I change the rebug, now we have a rebug icon in the corner. And that's it, pretty much. That's all I got to show you guys. I think I'm just making sure if everything else is there. I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, sorry, actually, I'll show you a game being loaded. So there's something custom about games. So if I load a well, actually, it won't show the PSP game. If I load a PS1 game, so we've got Crash Bandicoot Warped. Just wait, and if you look at the icon, it's a PS1 disc. So you no longer will show an icon there. Instead, it will show the disc. If it's a PS3 game, it will load the icon only. I don't know if I made any sense. So if I go to PS3 and just load up this game, just wait for it. It's a bit slow, the hard drive. You can see it's a PS3 disc, and then it will load up the icon and stuff like that. It'll do the same thing with the PS2 and things like that. So yeah, if you guys want to download it, you know, I'll put the link in the description, and go ahead, enjoy. All right, so I just had to quickly cut the video and just come back. Someone was at the door, so I had to open the door. So anyway, I'm going to show you the XMB. So you now have friends at the start. So you have accounts and friends. Then you have the game section, which is now called play. And then at the bottom you have sign in, so you can just sign in straight from here. Game data utility, memory card utility, remote plays in this section. You have game launchers, so all your multi-man backup managers will be in here. Then you got PSN games, so you got downloaded PSN games in that section. So any PSN games installed will be in that section, and obviously Webman. Then you have game data section, so you have the PlayStation Vita utility there, PlayStation Portable, game saves, PS3 game saves, and a trophy system. Then you have custom firmware settings. So you have custom firmware settings. If you go into there, you've got toggle Cobra mode, toggle debug mode, webman mod, toggle dev, blind, and firmware loader. Then you got recovery menu, rebuild basically just normal stuff. You got dumping tools, vlog, all that kind of stuff. You've got extra settings, all that. You know, some of these settings are a bit buggy, but I throw them in the webman as well here. And toggle that